my brilliant friend. I try to keep my video lengths under 6 minutes, but today I'm going to have to try really hard to do so because I have so much to say about my brilliant friend and I don't know where to begin. Let me begin by telling you about my friendships. The older I'm getting, the harder it is for me to make new friends. And maybe it is true for everyone. I'm not going to lie, I have become too picky. For example, I stay away from toxic people. It is easiest for me to make friends with people who are open-minded, rational, empathetic, good listeners, and I also try to see some similarities of habits, interests, lifestyle. But that wasn't the case when I was little. Childhood friendships are different. One can be best friends with people just because they happen to share the same bench at school. These friendships are formed during a time when we are really seeking attachment. They become deep emotional bonds. They are also formed at a time when we are innocent and we trust people. There is a chance that they work long term because childhood friends know our strengths, weaknesses, our pain, the adversities that we faced, our family dynamics, and we share this huge phase of growing up from forming opinions to boyfriends. I spent all evenings, weekends, holidays and summer vacations with my neighborhood friends. My neighborhood friends were as good as my family, and I think it is true for many people. Why am I talking about neighborhoods, friends and friendships? Because I am recommending a TV show called My Brilliant Friend, which is a story about what it's like to spend your childhood in a neighborhood full of kids who are the center of your universe, and how your neighborhood and childhood friendships can literally change all the things in your life and make you the person that you are in the process of becoming. Before I talk about the TV show, let me tell you about the books. The TV show is based on a book series called Neapolitan Novels. It is written by Ferrante. One very interesting thing about Ferrante is no one knows who Ferrante is or even if she exists as an individual woman at all. Personally, I find this whole mystery very fascinating because people struggle to get their books published, and it is quite an achievement when someone manages to do it without even revealing their name. Whatever the writer wanted to say is in the book, and there is no need for the entire marketing circus. Also, these books and the storytelling defiantly ignore all creative writing advice and cheerfully tell and not show. Abandon all sensible plot structure and introduce as many characters as they feel like, not really caring whether the whole cast is in any way necessary. I completely rejoice the storytelling because in the age when it is possible to get a degree in novel writing comes a book which just doesn't give a shit and still manages to steal the hearts of thousands. My Brilliant Friend is mainly a story of two friends who are like fire and water. Lenu is polite, dutiful and well-behaved. Meanwhile, Leela is impulsive and rebellious. Although they are friends through thick and thin, they do not cease to compete with each other. It is a pull and push relationship, marked with ups and downs, full of resentments and mutual fascination. It is a story about their intense friendship growing up in the impoverished outskirts of Naples. I don't know about boys, but girls have certain friendship dynamics. With hormones kicking in, their bodies changing, the male attention that they get, their friendships go through phases of jealousy, comparison, and also there is this academic competition. The tension of female friendship has rarely been so sharply and tenderly displayed in literature like the way it's captured in My Brilliant Friend. You will like this story even more if you have spent your childhood in neighborhoods where everyone knows your business, and also if you have had a friend who was polar opposite to you and yet somehow your friendship survived for years. What is better about the TV show than the books is it takes its time when it needs to and zips through the parts where it does not need to linger. While reading the books, it was very hard for me to imagine the neighborhoods and life in general in Italy in the 1950s. But that never became an issue with the TV show. All the actors in the show are simply amazing. You might argue that it is a show about female experience, and to an extent it certainly is, because it is a story of girls going through adolescence to going after ambitions, and there is no doubt that the women are going to love this show, but my guess is that the plot is universal enough for the men to enjoy it too, because this story is also about class as much as gender. I would say it's a story of childhood that simply doesn't know that it is underprivileged. I was sunk into the show completely, closing off all the distractions. I missed my childhood, my neighborhood and my best friends over the years. and I'm sure it will do that magic to you too. It is the best book adaptation I have seen so far, and I just can't wait to watch season 3. I highly recommend My Brilliant Friend on HBO. And yes, happy Friendship Day!